And it's live, the final of two semifinals here on Semifinal Friday at these NJCAA Men's Division II Soccer National Championships. He's Ryan Zakora, I am Peyton Gallagher. They are CCBC Ethics, the 3 seed of Group C, coached by Joe Fiedler. They'll take on the number 4 seed, the Morton Panthers, led by Juan Franco. In year 24, these two teams with an opportunity in very different ways to accomplish something monumental. For CCBC Essex, failed in the final in consecutive years. For the Morton Panthers, a chance to do something they've never done before, reach a final and take on their in-conference rival, who we now know will face whoever wins this game, 11th-seeded Prairie State, who just knocked off the number 1 seed at Phoenix College. Does not get better than this, Ryan.
No, and for CCBC Essex, it's almost easy to kind of say, hey, this is nothing for them. They've been here twice in 2 years and they've won both times, but this might be the hardest one to win. You gotta keep hitting a standard. Eventually, you're gonna drop off of that standard. 2 straight years trying to make it 3 under Joe Fiedler. And for Juan Franco, 24 years, that's a long time to have never made a championship. If they do that, they'll certainly be pride and proudful.
Morton unbeaten, only 2 losses on the year for CCBC Essex, a team that has only lost a handful of games in these last 3 seasons at the D2 level. It's incredible, and we are fortunate to be here for you at the Keno Sportsplex here in Tucson, Arizona. This Morton team has had heroics all throughout the group phase. They fell behind just a couple nights ago against Pima, the home team. All the pressure in the world on them. It was on them to get out of the group. All they had to do was win, but they fell behind 2-0 to a team that was starved to go through and needed at least 3 goals of a win to do that. They battled back. They won 3-2 in that match, and they did it all in the first half. First match against Southeastern, also the previous national champion of 2 years past. They were able to, after losing a lead, find a way to win in the 119th minute and claim those 3 points. And now they're here with a chance to go to a national title and play a rival. It's a team that just has to kind of believe it's destined at this point.
It just feels like it, right? I mean, for both of them, too, at the same time, it feels like somehow, some way, both CCBC and Morton are going to break through, are going to push themselves over the line. And again, make the statement of this. This is 3 and 4. Anything can happen. We just saw an 11 topple off a 1. Impressive, and a potential opportunity that doesn't come too often for either of these programs. It'd be monumental to get a win. For CCBC, they've been here, done that. They got to do it again. That's the big thing.
One of the highest flying offenses in all the country in CCBC Essex. In fact, the top goal scorer in all the nation as a team. They rely heavily on a quartet of players that have provided so much of their production. Ryan, introduce them.
I mean, they will have a lot of good talent. You look at Caleb Pritchett, 24 goals, and then Toga Katsuma, Ethan Hackenberg. Those are 3 of them, and Kazuma Ishizuka. 4 of them have been fantastic all season long, and you will see a lot of them. CCBC trying to get the ball up and forward to them as quickly as possible. Coach Fiedler talks about it. When you've got guys that can score goals like they can, get it to them, let them do the work.
Team so different than last year's team that got to the national title and ended up losing to Pima. That year, 10 players with 6 or more goals. This year, only 5. 72 of their goals have come from that quartet of players on the season. Pritchett with 1 goal in the tournament. Katsuma with 1 as well. They found a way. They found a way to win 1-0 in both their first 2 matches. That's no prayer. And Caleb Pritchett, the man who leads the line. Ishizuka. Oh, what a ball. Hackenberg's onside. Hackenberg. And obstructed on its way to Pritchett. Still Ishizuka tormenting. Rosito's burst. Hackenberg clatters into him. Rosito, who celebrated his birthday yesterday, down and grabbing at his ankle as the first caution of the match. Only comes 5 minutes in.
Team possession coming both ways, and Hackenberg blocked that one.
With his face, indeed. And runs into Reyes as he tried to track down Milani. Looks a little frustrated. I would be too if I got hit in the face and then ran into a referee after receiving a yellow card. Not a great start for Hackenberg. Caveda. He ends up getting on the end of his own pass, and El Silverio. Marchani and Schultz. 5 minutes through, what are you making of this tactical battle and the setup of the two teams?
It's similar. They're playing similarly, and I think that's going to create for an interesting game where both teams will be dueling back and forth.
You always love when it breaks that way because it's usually good on good. Here's someone who is very good. Katsuma, but left behind Pritchett. That hardly made any noise as their team went down.
A lot of credit to Prairie State, Chicago Heights, Morton's rival. Played each other twice this year, Morton winning both. And
thrust forward, Silverio getting in, back post Rosito, Cisse clears. Sanchez, Schultz called into action.
They figured as much. They play in a league that is not necessarily the most competitive, which speaks a lot more to what they've been able to do in terms of be this dominant, be this competitive at this stage. I'm going to go 43.
Wow, 42 to 1.
Yeah.
Adam Kambi. Oh, nearly an own goal. Very good in these spots, he is. That's another good ball, and it's another great save from Herrera. He just keeps doing it. Rosito into the shoulder of Atakambi, but still undaunted forward Escalante, who catches an elbow. That was Evan Doughton. Escalante, who's fought through injuries in this tournament. And that is a yellow card, and it had to be.
That was a hard challenge. Oh, Lord.
Not worthy of a red.
The elbow came in, the forearm I'll call it. It wasn't an elbow. The forearm came in and it was high. If Ethan Hackenberg is smart, he'll get out of the way.
He is already booked, Hackenberg. Our crew working really hard to provide this stream for you today. See if we can. Final, a men's final, and this. And it's been a thrill ride. Lots of incredible moments and emotional finishes. And here's Escalante weaving through, trying to do the incredible again. Sanchez. Doughton already booked as he burst out. Don't think that was ever going to be a second yellow, but certainly that instance something that will be remembered by the center official. He's a player who has a little bit of a reputation so far, destroying six. As we take a look back at that earlier instance. Here you go, Ryan. Here's your replay.
Oh, yeah, you can see that one come straight up. It was neat.
That's bad.
It wasn't good. That is crazy. You don't want to come in elbow in general, let alone that way up. And the fact that he only gets away with a yellow card is pretty nice.
Escalante has a chance to exact a measure of revenge now, though. And Schultz, steady hands.
This is going to be good. Already enough early chances to get your heart beating, though.
How about yours?
It's going. Hot chocolate was good, useful. It's cold in Tucson, man.
It's been a very long day. This is the fourth and final of our matches, with two of them going to extra time, one of them going all the way to penalty kicks.
Someone saying it's cold in Tucson is on the same page as someone saying there's a beach in Tucson, which you did earlier.
Someone in Cicero, Illinois is laughing at you right now.
Hey man, chili is chili. Someone in Baltimore is laughing at me. Come on, respect Baltimore.
We do love the DMV. Sanchez. Pedro Milani. And Escalante. Of course, Morton beat Southeastern to get here. Northeastern fell by CCBC Essex. Katsuma goes dancing and knocked from his feet. Doesn't make a meal out of it. Keeps going. It's just kind of his mentality as a player.
It's good effort going forward, and it's great to see him continue to run. But what's the point of making these 4-8 runs when you're not getting any help? He goes again. He doesn't have much recovery from Hackenberg, nor does he have it from his 9 or his midfield, really. He's just kind of running, not aimlessly because he is causing pressure, but when you don't have this backup, you have situations like this where Morton can just play out.
This is gorgeous. Gorgeous tiki-taka play. 9-10 passes at this point. Now the switch, Quevedo. Rosito. It's a good long touch. Now Sanchez located, waiting on the wings.
That's such a good ball. Such good patience, too. I mean, until that moment, it doesn't really turn over, and then they still even kind of have it.
Quevedo, Rosito hugging the touchline. Now pries into space, Saika in front of him, but instead picks Bumama out. Thought about that long shot. He's going to reclaim now, though. He did run up to it. Bumama now on the near side as Mateus Milani strides in the midfield. Kind of that hybridized center back midfielder. Less than a true number 6, almost something of a sweeper in front of the back line. Sanchez, and finally Katsuma senses his moment to pounce and pilfers the ball away and layers in a great ball to Pritchett, who watches it go over his head and goes clashing into Moreira. I do believe he has started a ball manufacturing company, though.
That's crazy. That'd be awesome. What are they, like $400 soccer balls?
I don't think they're on sale yet. And that was quite a tangle. It's Ethan Stewart who's at the bottom of the pile. Select ball is a good ball, though.
When produced correctly and the
Hackenberg patrolling forward. He nearly involved himself in a dangerous instance, already booked with a yellow card with Quevedo. Lucky that Quevedo avoided contact there. That would have almost certainly been a sending off. Seven minutes left in the half. That's flown by without incident. Pritchett, a rare touch for him. Now he gets into the box for Ishizuka's certain cross. Back post, headed towards goal! Kept out only by fate itself. My goodness, that was close. Now the other way, Okuma. Trying to get the range as Stewart comes back to meet him. Popped in Silverio running on, Kawano in front of him. One area where the advantage does probably lie with Morton, at least one that's a little bit more obvious. They have the height advantage. Brothers Milani, who would do some damage in these spots. Running on Mateus, but cleared away from his reach. Sanchez, second stab. Headed down, Silverio's in. First touch, not so good. Second one, that isn't either. At least not good enough. He takes that clean though. It's a clean chance on goal. Pritchett muscling forward, and you see his prowess and power. Called for the foul, but his impact is certainly felt. A yellow card being shown to the bench now.
And Hackenberg is also going to make his way over.
He's got to be there. Some of the Morton fans have brought paper cutouts of yellow and red cards. They're all holding them up.
I like that. That's good. It's good, smart fandom.
Quality stuff from the folks from Cicero.
And a good job from the near side AR. Recognize something, keep your flag up, bring it back. I don't think Joe Fiedler is happy with the way this game has been officiated.
He certainly would like his team to get in front.
It's a big coat.
It's a big coat. And here's a big ball in. And here's a shot from Pedro Milani. Necessary block from Kawano. And now to the other end, Hackenberg for Pritchett. Moreira out up with his goal and sent away. Back heel, Escalante. Skidding ball. Rodriguez, Quevedo. Again, we say when it's been flowing for Morton, it's been beautiful football.
Same can be said for CCBC, but yeah, both teams, when they play and they play well, it's gorgeous, but the rhythm has often been taken out, not necessarily by anybody other than the opposition. Good pressure has handled good play, and there's fouls like this. We'll see how the adjustments are made throughout this halftime and through the second half, and potentially longer than that.
It's a lot to look forward to. You are watching the NJCAA Network, presented by Zurich Insurance, the official provider of student-athlete. 6'2" striker, his ability to bash through defense, and here Kawano on the long throw. Kawano! Or rather, that cuts Suma! What a finish!
And I think that's the first time Hackenberg has made a poor decision on what type of cross he was going to deliver, and that one needs to be maybe looped up high. If you're going to do that, though, drive it to the back post more. It probably needed a little bit more sting on it. Those kinds of spots, it's never a bad idea to lift up, but also never a bad idea to just strike it hard and see if you've got the right runner underneath it to make a header that can just kind of glance away. Those you need a lot more body underneath, and if you drive one in, it's just a glance. You just need a little touch of the head to direct it in.
He's a player you could see with his ball-playing ability maybe moving on to a four-year university after this, yes.
There's a couple guys that we've seen today, I think, in particular, guys like Hackenberg and a lot of the guys on this Essex team.
Rosito, he nearly did it again. That ball just kept bending and bending and bending. Eventually, Robin Scholes had to reach up and touch it over the bar. It's left. That's solid. Starting to swell forward. Oh, wow, that was close. Still very low.
It adds to that. There's a level that he has that I don't think Adekambi does. That being said, they do different things. Adekambi much more technical, much more tidy in the way he's moving about. Pritchett, an absolute bullet, shot out of a cannon.
Adekambi probably helps the team that wants to press a little more too, yes?
Yes and no. I think when you get Pritchett going, he's certainly going to be a menace going forward. Adekambi a little more agile, a little more quick, short speed in the burst, which is probably a little bit better for the pressure.
Here's Morton. They want to be talked about now. Escalante! Knuckling in touch over the bar by Scholes. Not taking a chance.
A late one in the men's game, too. So Fiedler will have witnessed that and know that this one isn't over yet. He won't smile till it's done. He probably won't smile when it's done.
Rosito. Milani! It is far from done! The Panthers persist. They insist. It's level. The first goal surrendered in this tournament by CCBC Essex. The second in 9 matches for them. It comes in the crucial moment. In the 85th, it's 1-1.
And it's more Morton magic. Get it out wide. Serve it into the big fella. Rosito to Milani. He won't write it up any differently.
Up by Stewart. Fanned to Ishizuka and flung forward. Katsuma now. Escalante. Oh, Escalante. Bumama. The criticism of Bumama, maybe he doesn't get the ball off his foot quickly enough. Had a wide option there. Given under duress, couldn't get it out into that area. Final minute. Long ball. Milani prodding in. Great tackle. Bumama! Swoons and Kaz and close.
Teams that had their chances prior and had kind of dominated proceedings. CCBC, they've been so close so many times. This one would arguably sting even more. What a game. I can't tell you which one's been better, but both have been fantastic.
Saika finding space and now wide for Hackenberg, who couldn't get the motor started in time. So if you're tracking, as these players have interchanged, appears that Saika's in the middle in a more defensive role. Ishizuka, Hackenberg the wide players with Katsuma in behind Pritchett at the moment. Mateus Milani. Silverio blowing by Stewart. And Scholes, a strong hold, it had to be.
It's a game that favored neither side, either so even, so similar. It's just so tight, so close.
Bumama with space. Now Silverio. Still Silverio and Scholes.
It's those guys, though, that didn't.
2-minute break, Ryan, anything to say?
Who's got it? And that's the question. I mean, it's the same question we asked on the last one, but I don't know. I think Morton, contrary to what popular belief will look like, they might just have the guys in the space that they're being given by Essex to go and create that winning moment.
It certainly looked better in that first half of extra time as we step out. Back in a minute. Rosito will exit here, come to the bench, watch on. Pedro Milani back in after a long stay out of the game. Bumama was just chopped down off the ball. Advantage being played. And here he is. And here's Silverio. He's got room. Silverio blocked. Escalante! The magic of Morton, the run just doesn't end to the final. Every time a different guy, every time the same result. Wicked, a wicked strike of the football. Two, one.
It just fell so kindly for him. It fell so kindly. What a phenomenal hit. And it's from your number 10. It's from Luis Escalante, the man who's supposed to do that. The man who's supposed to lead you, your captain. It falls beautifully, rests perfectly, teed up magically, and struck well. It can do all that. The ball can fall fine, but you have to still strike it. And Escalante roped it. Absolutely put it on a frozen rope past Robin Schultz. That's so well struck.
It's perfect.
It's
Panther perfection.
in every way. The moment, the strike, the setup, it was everything but perfect, but it was imperfectly perfect. It fell for it, it fell kindly, it took a weird bounce, it hopped in the right way, and it was great. How about that? That was fantastic.
Does not get better. And we'll see it again tomorrow. Two teams from the Windy City area find themselves entangled again for the third time this year. This time, a national title will be decided. It's Morton, it's Prairie State. Both the underdogs win today. It was destined to be. It is